Hello everyone. So today I want to discuss with you a leadership problem that I identified after watching the movie Morning Glory, or the case study, as per to say. So after watching the movie, I identified two problems, mainly, which are the situational leadership and the followership. Those are the two main problems, and we can start by taking the followership problem. So after looking at the case study, it was very obvious that all the followers of the producer were the kind of alienated followers, or they were bystanders. There wasn't really the exemplary followers or the diehards. So that was the first part of, or the first problem. And then the second problem can be categorized under the situational leadership, because we can see that the anchor was development level 3, because he was very competent. He's been doing this job for like 40 years, so he's very competent, very experienced, but the commitment was variable. He wasn't really committed. He didn't really want to do the job. So I would classify this as development level 3. But the leader, which was the producer, tried to lead him in a pretty much a wrong way, in my opinion, which was coaching or directive, which fits more if he was development level 1 or development level 2. I would say in this case it should be a supportive kind of leadership. So those are the two problems, and then I categorize those two problems under one main category, which I would call how to influence people, or how to lead, how to be a good leader. So this is the problem, which consists of two main problems. And then looking into the solutions, or the possible solutions of those problems. So the first solution, if we take the first aspect of the problem, which is situational leadership, I would say that the leader I strongly believe that the leader in this situation should have adjusted their way of leading in a different way, according to the situation, or according to the development level of the subordinate or the follower. So that is the first kind of solution to the problem. There's more solutions, and so after I dig deep in doing my research, and I found a really interesting book. It's an 80 years old book, but it's still the concepts in it is still valid in today's world. This book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. In this book, I found some very good techniques to help solve those problems. So the first way I would say is called a fundamental technique of handling people. So the key of this technique is to put yourself in other person's perspective. So, for example, the producer should have put herself in the anchor's perspective, and understood his perspective, and this would have given her a way to be able to lead him in a better way. So that was number one. Number two is some ways to make people like you. So becoming genuinely interested in people's life. This is proven that it will make people like you more, and when people like you more, it's easier to lead them. So it's important to make your subordinates like you. Another thing is how to win people in your way of thinking. One way of doing this is admitting that you did something wrong, to own your mistake. Don't just start by defending yourself. No, if you did a mistake, you have to admit it, and and own it. Another thing is how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. This is also a very good way to influence people or be able to lead people. And this can be done by talking about your mistakes first. Don't start by blaming people when there's a problem that happens on the problem, and then and talk about what's your mistake, what are the others' mistakes, and how to solve it. So those four things or four aspects, I believe they are very helpful for leaders to make them able to win people or influence people and be able to lead them in a better way. Then when I dig deeper in research, I identified some more points that also I believe are very helpful for leaders to help them lead better, or become a better leaders or better influencers. And some of these points are engaging in an honest and open communication. So communication here is a very important point. Also connecting with your team, encouraging the personal and professional growth for the team members. Showing a positive attitude, teaching employees instead of giving them orders. Also setting clear expectations and goals from your employees and from yourself, and communicate to them what is expected from you, not only what is expected from them. Also giving them direct feedback about their performance, about their followership performance, and ask them to give you feedback about your leadership performance. So that was my identifying my discussion for the problem. Identifying the problem, and then discussing the possible solutions. So that was it for me. Thank you so much, and have a good day.